what's the name of the new record?
Consequences. See, consequences be damned.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when did you come up with that name? Where does that name come from?
Sounded good.
It does sound.
For what's going on nowadays, you know.
Yeah, we're going to form
You
this
kinda
rock
take
band,
that.
do our thing, and whatever the consequences be damned.
So when did you guys start playing together?
You know, we actually first started playing together on Broadway Avenue in Green Bay at 2005. We go back to 2005, and we played every week at a place called Aces Wild. Fish, the immortal Fish, did our sound every Thursday night for quite a while.
So where did you find inspiration for the songs on the record?
We got together this last winter and decided, to get back together. And with the whole point of writing an album, we just didn't want to learn a bunch of covers to go out and play corner bars. We wanted to get together and write something. Still playing all the songs that we like and other people like, but we wanted to come up with something original from nothing to something.
He lies. Nobody likes our songs, but we do them anyway.
I like them. The new record kills.
What?
I've listened to it a number of times.
Thank
It's
you.
great.
Well, we kind of threw it around in 2005.
Most of the songs were were prophetic more than anything. If you think about it, we wrote the songs, and whatever led us to write the songs, the year 2020 has turned out to be our songs put to real life. So they started as songs, and now all these things have come to fruition in the year 2020.
So then the pandemic kind of affected the writing process of this record.
We had written a song about the end of the road, and as soon as we had finished recording it, they shut down the whole world. So
That's the
That's a
problem.
true story. We
Yeah.
recorded the last parts the evening before they shut down Wisconsin on St. Patty's Day. That night at Rock Garden Studio, we recorded our final tracks on that tune.
Wow.
we were a bit Nostradamuc about it.
The end of the road. The end of the road. Watching this close. At the end of your road.
We knew we could write back in 2005. We screw around, but we did this open mic, and every now and then we'd blast off a tune, but we never thought, well, it won't record it, nothing's running. But when we got back together, it changed. Larry kind of have a project going, so we kind of finished it up.
An interesting thing
Took it
about
a
the
different
songs,
direction.
too, is that they were all written from scratch. None of these songs, none of this material was written or put in any form before. It wasn't any old parts put together. Everything that was written spur of the moment, because a lot of times when we start our practice, we'll start by improvising riffs and jams before we ever play anything. And we get some of our best ideas off of just jamming together, and we thought, well, what if we compiled these things in some kind of form and then picked and choose what we liked and then composed, put the odds and sound
So
pieces
that's the
together.
process then
And that was the process, yeah, because we didn't want to be like, well, here's my song or here's this other guy's song, and this way everybody felt involved in it and it came up from scratch. And in many ways, the songs were written and we had a blueprint and they got finished off in the studio as we made them. So I don't know about these guys, but it's the first time I was ever involved in a project where we didn't play the songs live in any form really before we recorded them. So once we recorded them, it's almost like having to learn them like a cover song again.
Yeah, to play it out live.
Yeah, to play it out live. So it's an interesting process, but it's all fresh.
Yeah, and even though we hate to admit it, we get along pretty well when it comes to jawing about the issues going on in the planet, and in our own lives. So I think lyrically and energy-wise, a lot of the topics we wrote about came, to fruition based on conversations we had about the things that were bugging us, things that we liked, things that we hated, civil discourse, you name it.
Rock and roll and nihilism.
Yeah, exactly.
drummers influence you?
lyrically. That's,
What drummers, you know, I grew up listening to, on the rock end, Ginger Baker, John Bonham, Neil Peart. Nowadays, what I like to do is listen to jazz, because those jazz cats are in outer space the way they play, and it's great to hear something that I probably can't do. Hopefully, by hearing greater influences, it makes me a better drummer.
Todd, on guitar, who influenced you?
Richie Blackmore, Randy Rhoads, Jimmy Page. I think that's probably most important there. But everybody can be really good, you know. So, but those are Richie Blackmore certainly.
You're a brutal shredder. I mean, like, you can play guitar. I mean, I've been watching you guys play the tunes that you just got done playing, and I'm blown away by your axe work. So
Good influences,
yeah,
man.
it's awesome. How about on bass guitar? Who influenced you?
well, I gotta mention the man, Jaco Pastorius. I listen to a lot of R&B and blues stuff, and that's kind of what I did, but I just kind of filled in. When I met these goons, they turned me on to, all this stuff. So I started listening to, Geezer Butler and Cliff Burton and stuff. So I kind of went back in the background, because I did a kind of an earlier jazz thing when the fusion stuff came out. I was into that, but now it's just play it all, whatever. I played country, got to do it all, stay working. So.
What are you guys going to do to promote the album?
We're trying to do it all right now. We recorded at Rock Garden Studio. We're doing video here with you. Right now doing what everybody else does via social media. We're working right now on the final artwork for the album. Even though everything's downloaded, we still want to have a tangible product we can hold in our hand and sell to our fans. So we're going to go all out, pull out all the stops, looking for record labels doing all of the above. The music business has changed, especially with the pandemic going on right now. We got to take different avenues. That's why we're here tonight, recording live in the studio to get our music out to our fans.
So what's your favorite song as a group to play? Or is it as a group? Does everybody have their own?
We've never really talked about it.
Ogden Rats.
Yeah. We got a song called Ogden Rats. John likes it. I like an original of ours called Trouser.
Less than half of us was still enough for
my favorite tune right now.
I like whatever one we're doing well at any given time. I go back and forth with the songs we recorded, and they're all, you know, like picking your kids or your favorite pet, man. It's all pretty good.
A great pocket
They're all in the
dictates happiness.
ballpark. Yeah, they all have their own element, I think. If I was to name one out, I think Pave the Way is an interesting song. But yeah, what I would say that what's unique about it too, speaking of John's bass playing before, is that, you know, the different influences John brings to the fold. He plays bass a lot different than other rock players. He's walking around doing things on the neck. And again, everybody contributed their own things, and you know, these guys really stepped up to the plate and delivered some interesting finesse in there, I think.
Feel good about it.
Plus personal issues along the way,
Yeah,
too.
Larry is
We
too
won't
kind.
mention all
we
of that.
We argue like cats and dogs.
But we take care of each other. Way to go.
Yeah,
So,
you know.
What's next for the band? I mean, what's your direction? Where are you heading long term?
Disneyland.
Disneyland? It's close, isn't it?
You know, again,
That's where we're going.
promoting an album as an unsigned act, right? But I know that there's somebody out there that's going to like our music and help us promote it. So we're working on that. It isn't like the old days, right? Music has changed, so we're putting all of our best internal efforts to come out with a good product. Todd does some great artwork, so we're finalizing some things for the actual album and some of the other images that we use on our website and on our Facebook page and everywhere else. A month from now, we plan on being on every music platform there is out there. So that's all we can do.
And with gigs being a little limited inside, I mean, people are starting to book some outside dates. You know, are some of those opportunities coming your way?
I'm hoping for a nice fishing jamboree right off of Surgeon Bay, right, in a heated tent. So, you know, hopefully we can get a gig in a heated tent at a nice fishing jamboree.
We can make that happen in Sturgeon Bay for sure. Well, it's been great having you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Let's wheel it out and rock some more.
Excellent.